Welcome back to Galaxy Megabuilds. Tonight we follow the most powerful river on Earth to the greatest power plant never built. Every second, enough water to fill 17 Olympic swimming pools surges through this channel. The sheer volume of moving water represents a concentration of kinetic energy that has remained almost entirely untapped for over a century. This is Inga Falls. Because of the river's unique velocity and volume of this specific point, these rapids are estimated to possess a generation potential of nearly 40 gigawatts, the highest concentration of hydroelectric potential on Earth. This satellite image shows a distribution of electrical light across the two continents at night. While Europe and the northern and southern tips of Africa are densely illuminated, a massive dark void remains across the center of the continent. Zooming into the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the darkness becomes total. A few isolated red lines indicate high voltage transmission routes, yet the vast majority of the country's territory exists entirely off the grid. This is the core paradox. A geographic windfall capable of generating immense power, yet the nation hosting it maintains one of the lowest electricity access rates on the planet. The topography of the Inga site forces the Congo River down a nearly 100-meter drop. This steep vertical fall, combined with a flow rate of 42,000 cubic meters per second, provides the raw physical requirements for large-scale energy capture. The proposed Grand Inga Dam is designed to harness this force on a scale never before attempted, with a targeted generation capacity of 40 to 70 gigawatts. This map shows a massive infrastructural footprint required for the complex. The project involves 7 hydroelectric power stations built across the valley. The design requires diverting the Congo River into the adjacent Bundi Valley, flooding the area to create an enormous reservoir. This chart compares global hydroelectric projects. China's Three Gorges Dam currently holds the world record for power generation. The projected capacity of Grand Inga more than doubles the output of the largest power station currently in existence. If completed as planned, this single site would possess the theoretical capacity to provide electricity to tens of millions of homes across the continent. The first attempt to realize this vision began in the 1970s under the regime of dictator Mobutu Sese Seko, who transitioned the dream into its first physical phases. Using state-backed debt and international consortia, his government completed the Inga One facility in 1972, followed by the larger Inga Two power station in 1982. These dams generated hundreds of megawatts of electricity. However, the design of the power grid ensured that almost none of this energy reached the local population or the nearby capital. Instead, the government built a 1,700-kilometer high-voltage direct current transmission line designed specifically to haul the electricity away from domestic population centers. The cables traveled straight to the southern Katanga province, where the power was needed to drive the nation's industrial mining sector. This electricity was used to extract copper and cobalt. By powering these mines, the Inga dams enabled the country to become the world's leading exporter of cobalt and a major producer of other critical minerals. The early Inga dams were highly effective machines for wealth extraction and political leverage, tools of a regime that prioritized industrial exports over public utility. Building massive infrastructure solely for political prestige and industrial extraction left the physical facilities vulnerable to long-term neglect. Maintenance budgets disappeared into a corrupt state apparatus. Turbines were left to silt up and fail. And by 2013, the lack of replacement parts left the facilities operating at just 40% of their design capacity. The human cost of this neglect is visible at Camp Kinshasa. Here, generations of people displaced by the dam's original construction still live without basic compensation, clean water, or sanitation. Financially, the project became a disaster. Massive cost overruns from the early Inga phases burdened the country with an immense national debt that continues to restrict the economy. This legacy of systemic mismanagement continues to repel international support. In 2016, the World Bank canceled its technical assistance grants for the Inga site, citing direct political interference by the government. A mega project of this scale cannot be sustained on a foundation of state plunder. The physical and financial decay of the Inga dream was a matter of basic arithmetic. Today, roughly 90% of the population still lacks access to electricity, living in the shadow of a river that holds more potential energy than any other on Earth. Despite this reality, a parade of international players continues to circle the Inga 3 blueprints, offering a cycle of shifting promises and memorandums. The demand for this potential power remains largely external. South Africa has requested up to 5,000 megawatts. Angola has expressed interest in a similar share, and European consortiums have eyed the energy to produce green hydrogen for export. But these mega deals rarely move past the planning stages. For decades, the project has been defined by dissolving partnerships, shifting memorandums, and years of slipped deadlines. The megadam has transformed into a geopolitical mirage, an endless promise of a future utopia that delivers nothing to the people of the nation hosting it. To actually execute the Grand Inga dream today would require a staggering ecological and social price, beginning with the destruction of the surrounding environment. Flooding the Bundi Valley to create the necessary reservoir would submerge massive swaths of forest and displace tens of thousands of people from their ancestral lands. The project also threatens the Congo plume, a massive biological carbon sink in the Atlantic Ocean. The river's unique sediment flow feeds marine microorganisms that pull carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, regulating the global climate. Construction of the megadam would trap this sediment upstream, disrupting the global carbon cycle, purely to provide power for foreign industrial use. The physical power of the Congo River is undeniable, yet its potential remains trapped in a legacy of debt and broken promises. Is Grand Inga the delayed future of an electrified continent, or simply the greatest power plant that will never exist? Thank you for watching Galaxy Mega Builds.